Comedy series are some of the toughest series to get right. Jokes can be very subjective to the viewer, so it can be very hard to find a series that appeals to everyone with its humor. But some series I know have done it better than others. This season, there are 3 comedy series that I'm currently watching that are great. Spy X Family, Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 3, and Ya Boy Kong Ming. But how do these series compare to other great comedies? Without further ado, I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and for today's video, I'll be going over the top 10 best comedy anime series. If you're new to this channel, if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified next time I upload a video. Also, please be sure to check out my community Discord server. It is rapidly growing with active members and fun community events. The link to it is in the description below. So let's get right into it with number 10 being, haven't you heard, I'm Sakamoto. This series follows Sakamoto, the smart, dashing, and popular, with the ladies, high school student. But he is, however, disliked by many of the males in the school for that reason alone. So they try every trick and trap in the book to destroy Sakamoto's persona, only for Sakamoto to escape each time better than the other. This series is completely wacky for all the right reasons, having such a ridiculous plot and an insanely funny running gag. The story does get a bit formulaic, but that's not what I'm judging. It is an over-the-top joyride from start to finish. Next at number 9 is Daily Lives of High School Boys. The series follows 3 students, Hidenori, Yoshitaki, and Tadakuni. In reality, they are just an everyday trio of friends trying to skate by high school. However, their imagination takes their lives into all sorts of places, from battling giant robots to girl talk and everything in between. Daily Lives of High School Boys embraces the goofiness and fun of being an imaginative high schooler. From the running gags, to the girl by the river, to them reacting to fantasy RPG mashups, so much to love with this series. Although some sketches are much weaker than others, overall it is a top tier comedy. Now, number 7 and 8 might surprise everybody. 8 is Mob Psycho 100, and 7 is One Punch Man. Now, I know both are amazing series in their own right, and if we were judging based off the overall material, they would be much higher. But first, a synopsis for both. Mob Psycho 100 follows Shigeo, who is gifted with incredible psychic abilities at a young age. He soon realizes the devastating power of his abilities, so in order to suppress and control them, he seeks out Reagan to be his mentor, who just so happens to be a con artist. Meanwhile, One Punch Man follows Saitama, a hero in a city full of monsters and danger, yet he is quite bored. That is due to him being able to defeat anybody with one punch. Both are amazing action series that also have amazing comedic elements. Shigeo's naivety to Saitama's amazing expressions to Reagan's amazing outbursts. Both series have so many great comedic elements. But I find the series later on in the list to be more focused on the comedy, thus putting both series lower on the list. But if anyone hasn't seen these series or are looking for an amazing action comedy, then look no further than Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man. And check out my video comparing the two of them in the top right. Well, with those out of the way, number 6 is the newest anime, Spy X Family. The agent Twilight, in order to prevent war with a neighboring nation, must embark on his most difficult mission yet, having a fake family. Only problem is his adoptive daughter is a telepath, and his new wife moonlights as an assassin. Yet only the telepathic daughter knows their secrets. The anime is recent, but so far has been wonderfully adapted and really nailing the comedic tone and moments, but I'll be judging the manga mainly. Spy X Family bounces between wholesome action and comedy so well, and I am non-stop laughing at the lying secretive actions between the family members, especially Anya, the telepath.
片手が塞がれてはいざという時の敵襲に備えられんが仕方ない。敵！何してる？警戒されるようなことしたか？手つなぎは早かったか？
Starting off the top 5, we have The Devil is a Part-Timer. Demon Lord Sadao Mao happens to run into a portal, teleporting him and his subordinate to modern-day Tokyo, a world devoid of magic. He soon realizes his new dream to rule Earth, but every ruler must start somewhere. And for Sadao, it is working at a fast food restaurant. Devil's a Part-Timer excels in the fish out of water trope done many times, but still feels fresh and unique with its hilarious cast of characters, each completely taken on a different role than they're used to from their old world. The comedy is funny enough to carry this goofy story to a top 5 placement.
ために残しておいてください。
どうした？
終わった。
真央さんのせいじゃないんですし。
At number 4, we have a series with a new season out right now, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Miyuki and Kaguya are the student body's top representatives, and despite everyone thinking they are the perfect couple, they aren't together. Well, yet. Both of them have feelings for each other, but what follows is a game of mind power. The one who confesses to the other loses. Kaguya-sama Love is War is bolstered by one of the best casts in comedy anime. Its main four are well-liked and enjoyable and have great comedic roles. Each episode follows multiple crazy battles between the student council, all involving ridiculous premises. It is a very enjoyable psychological rom-com. Now, at number 3, we have the disastrous life of Saiki K. Gifted at birth with psychic abilities, Saiki finds this so-called gift as a curse, as he wants nothing more than to live an ordinary life. But at the same time, Saiki tries to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible to keep his powers a secret from his classmates. Disastrous Life of Saiki K is very similar to Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto, but with less centralized cast and, in my opinion, funnier. The cast is outright hilarious, from the brain-dead Nendo to the delusionally funny Shun Kaido, my personal favorite. This series has amazing humorous segments every episode, and always coming up with some ridiculous way of Saiki having to use his amazing power. This series is so funny, and I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already.
これ俺っちが3秒で描いたやつなんだよ。素晴らしい。館長はすごいシンプル。よかったらこの絵。Oh my god! Fantastic! やれ。値がつく前だったから同価値でアポートできるんだよな。最高だぞ。
Just missing out on the top spot, at number 2, we have Konosuba. Kazuma Sato died a pathetic death and was brought before the goddess Aqua to decide whether to go to heaven or reincarnate in a fantasy world with an item of his choice. He chooses the fantasy world, and brought the goddess with him, only for him to realize that she is absolutely useless, and he encounters more party members along the way, more screw loose than the other. I have talked about many casts of characters in this video, but just going off the main cast of Konosuba, I think this is one of the greatest casts in all of anime. The core 4 characters work off each other so well with the running gags and the jokes and have amazing chemistry. Their crazy antics and misfortunes every episode has me laughing non-stop. It's as if you're playing a fantasy RPG, but your party members are so useless and bad that you can't progress past the starting town. An amazing and hilarious anime concept.
物騒な名前のモンスターに関わりたくない。首を撫でられただけで即死しそうだ。
But finally, at number 1 is Gintama. Gintama takes place in Edo, Japan, only for it to be invaded by aliens. We follow Gintoki Sakata, an eccentric silver-haired man who works doing odd jobs for people. And along the way, he meets Shinpachi and Kagura, who join his odd jobs and together help people, but usually in strange ways. Gintama is the peak of comedy anime. Now, the series certainly starts very slow, but that's due to it setting up its very large cast of characters and all of the running gags associated with them, since believe me, they'll be played out during the course of its 300 plus episode run. Gintama is non-stop comedy from start to finish, with so many ridiculous sequences every episode. My personal favorite being the mind game toilet paper episode. I couldn't stop laughing. There is no funnier anime than Gintama, and that's why it is placed number 1 on my list.
とりあえず全員持ってるもん全部出せ。誰がそんなもん出せ。
Well everyone, that is it for the video. What comedy anime is your favorite? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. I'm Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and I hope you all have a nice day.